And welcome back. Yes, Gorilla Man's Garage here. We have the Hubsan Mini, the one with the black arms. Some people think or thought that we didn't have one with black arms, but we do. It's called the Hubsan Mini. There's the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro, the Hubsan Zino Mini, the Hubsan Zino Mini SE, and the Hubsan Mini. And then there's also now the refined versions of all those. But anyway, here we are from the porch in the series that we've had. We've flown them all from the porch, we've flown them all from the garage. Let's see how far we get, what happens when you get a disconnect and it reconnects. We know that in the Hubsan series there's something wrong with the app. That when you reconnect after a disconnection, there's a white circle over the red video circle. It means you're still taking a video, and if you hit the white dot that you think is a photo, you're going to stop your video and you got to start again. So it's a little bit of a glitch. Okay, it doesn't have a memory thing to tell you that you're still taking video. So we're going to look, but we're going to also discuss a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about the Fimi X8 Pro, the Fimi X8 Mini, what's new with Hubsan, what's going on, what's new with Fimi, what's new with DJI, the DJI Mini 3, how does everything hover, how do they handle, all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. Let's get this up in the air. I've just done the calibration. There's no updates to it. I've done the compass calibration, or the gyro calibration, so we should be good to go. Let's put it up. We've got aftermarket landing gear on here, just like the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. Okay, look at the video I did with the DJI one with the aftermarket landing gear. That wasn't very good. Anyway, let's get to it. On we go. Here we are with the Hubsan Mini. We've got it all hooked up, ready to go. We're in ADI mode right now. We don't have any satellites. That's another thing, okay? We're talking about acquiring satellites, and if you ever watched my Up Challenge, I'll put a link here to the Facebook page, where I loaded a bunch of videos, or a whole bunch of videos on how long it takes to get your craft in the air, from the Anafi all the way up to the Mini 3, I believe. Okay, how long does it take you to arrive on location, take it out of the bag, put it together, turn everything on, and get it up flying, okay? The Hubsan Zino Mini SE takes the longest to get satellites. Then I think it's this one. The Hubsan Zino Mini Pro isn't too bad. Fimi's get it pretty good, and DJI is a little bit faster sometimes. It just all depends. Anafi gets it really good, okay? So now we've got 4 satellites, okay? I did the test on this the other day with the Hubsan Zino Mini SE, and the battery went from 100%, and this one here now is 95%, because I've done all the calibrations and stuff. Went from 100% the other day to 92%, and that's just on waiting for satellites. So the Hubsan Zino Mini SE does take a long time to acquire satellites. Don't know why. We're in the backyard here. You've got 30, 50, 60-foot trees. It's fairly dense, and from here west it gets even denser, and tons of water in the trees, etc. We've still got only 4 satellites. If we move around anywhere, does this affect it at all? Probably not. As I say, 4 satellites, and it says 4, goes from 4 to 0 if you look at that one. The other strange thing I want to talk about here is the video transmission. The video transmission for Hubsan is 1080p. The video transmission for a DJI Mini standard to the DJI RC is 720p. Okay? If you have an Android phone and the N1 controller, it's 1080p. If you have a Mini 3 Pro, it's 1080p. If you have a Hubsan, it's 1080p. If you have iOS on a phone to a Fimi X8 Mini, it's 720p. If you have an Android phone with an Android phone hooked up to the Fimi X8 Mini, okay, get this, the video transmission is 567p. I got that straight from customer service the other day. It's 567p, not 720, not 1080. That's what you're getting. If you have the TX10 controller and the X8 SE 2022, or if you even do have the X8 Pro, that's another thing, it's 1080p. But the Fimi X8 Mini, the new one just came out, 567p. It's horrible. And also the X8 Mini has the worst range of almost any drone I've ever flown. Seriously, okay? The Anafi even beats it. The Mavic Mini beats it. There you go. In my tests in this environment, oh, we're up to 9. Oh, I hear the ambulance helicopter. There's a route from here to Owen Sound, from Hanover to Owen Sound, and it comes over here quite regularly, about 3-4 times a week, and I hear it coming now. Can you hear it? So I'm not going to go up, but it's still up fairly high, 500 feet or so probably. But, oh yes, I was talking about the X8 Pro from Fimi. Oh, it's getting closer. It's not moving that fast. Maybe we'll just wait for it to go, because it's pretty loud in my ears, okay? So we'll jeopardy it along, you know. I don't think I can see it. I should be able to get a glance of it over there, but I don't have a camera. Oh yeah, it's about in the sky, a tiny little blip going. It's a red helicopter. It's way up there, way up there. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The Fimi X8 Pro just came out. They finally got it published and released in production. A few people in Brazil have got it. A few people in Europe, I believe, and I think one person in Canada has it. But nobody has posted any reviews on it yet. The Shaper Future Tech, whatever, in China, who is probably related somehow to Fimi, has put several videos out about the video quality. But we don't know if it's truly from the craft. And we've never seen the app running. We've never seen the actual craft flying. We've never seen any of the features that are new, like what other features in the camera does it have versus the 2022 version. We've never seen anything about the sensors or the battery, anything, nothing. And it's blind, and it's been 2 weeks now at least, since I've known that somebody's had it. Okay, so there you go. So, onward we go. I'm watching my pups because they're, you probably see one out there. Yeah, that's Chewy, all right. But I've got to get them inside, and we'll come right back to this, okay? And we're back again. Okay, I got the dogs in, got some water. We have a heat wave today. It's about 32 degrees, I think it is. So the only shade we have really is in the backyard, which is really good. So we're waiting for satellites. We've got the size, got 11, got them up. I'm gonna get this up, watch the hover, and then I'm gonna go and sit in the shade. I'll turn the camera around on the lounger and just relax and go for the flight. Let's get this up and see what happens, okay? Back to you here. Up it goes. Sure. Let's try that again. I'm gonna wait for the satellites to kick in. Again. Penny, no, go away. Weak GPS signal. And this is an issue with Hubsan. If you're in an open area, you get GPS right away. I've never had this problem, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with it. We've got 11 satellites. For some reason, it's not locking in. I guess I could have it take off with less GPS satellites, and then once it gets above the canopy, it will get them. But I'm just trying to figure out, here we are. Let's see what happens. Do we have the same issue? There it goes. Okay. Another little glitch sometimes, and I have had that before too, where you push the launch, it spins the propellers, but that's about it. So turn this around, and we're going to see it hover. If it hovers like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't hover as well as the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. It's got the two black eyes on it, but it's not hovering as steady as, it's pretty good, but there's zero wind, okay? And we're locked in with 11 satellites, maybe because it's only 11 satellites, but it's still pretty good. So I'm gonna go up there and we're gonna do some flying. See if I can get this camera turned around. And you can just sit there and we will just turn this camera around. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Here I am. There. Now let's just turn that a little bit. There we go. Up a little bit. There we go. You can see me there, I think. Somewhere in there. I'm in there somewhere. Okay. So let's come forward a little bit. I don't want to hit the canopy. And go up. As we clear that, I'm going to go forward a little bit. Okay, as we go up, we've got 12 satellites now. And yeah, so let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, exposure, I'll leave it there. Okay, now this is interesting. See that saturation is 200. If I go default, boom. So let's see what we got here. We got 4K, don't want 4K. I want 2.7, okay. Let's start that video. Okay, so let's go up. Now this is at 128, so the saturation is 128, which is supposed to be its default, but mine for some reason defaults at 200. My only other explanation is that maybe I should reinstall the app, if it's the app that's causing the problems. But I do like that with the Hubsan, the bold white letters are on the bottom, but we're only up 26 meters or so. Okay, so now we're up to 30. Oh, let's, come on, get up there. 40, 50, 60, I want to be 65 or 70 meters, not an age. Okay. Closing in on 70, but a couple more years to go. Oh, we're too high. Down, 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 down. Bum, 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 bum. 72, 73, 71. There we go. Okay, we can bring that down a little bit. See the horizon? It's not as on the money as the SE. Okay, but the camera is a little bit better. Now, when we go to the left here, okay, there's a little bit of blowout on the gravel pit. The grass looks good, but if I bump that up to the 200 mark, okay, if I bump that up, it would be startlingly green. If I go down to 160, not bad. If I go down farther, okay, 107, see? And there's the default. Let's go to default. There is no way to lock in a white balance, okay, unless you're in manual, okay. then I can change some shutter speeds. I can do EV value and go down a couple. Okay, I can go down a bit more. Okay, and if I go down to that 1, and this one moves, whereas the SE didn't. The indicator moves. So if I go to this one and I go to 175, let's try 165. Let's try 165, okay? And we still get nice blue sky. Okay, we're going to go across here. Our EV is down a little bit, which is good. And that horizon, it does tend to make itself a little bit better. Okay, and this is what we've done with all of them from the porch. And we're sitting in the porch, and believe me, it's a metal cage, come on. Metal railings, metal roof, soffits, solid brick, the whole bit, okay? And the doggies are back. Okay, so let's just head out there, and you notice how the horizon tilts again? That's one thing with this, it just, and you can adjust it like this. We go to that one, and we go plus, 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 plus. Okay? Okay, so we can make it flatter, but I don't know how long that's going to hold. So let's just get out of that, and we'll go out and see if it holds. I know it's not perfect, but what we want to do is you want to go out to the lake and see what happens when it disconnects and comes back in. Do we get the white dot? Maybe. So we've talked about, but the way these handle is really good. I would be really interesting to get my hands on an Ace. I think the Ace Pro Plus is coming out with a 1-inch sensor, but my gosh, they're expensive. They're more than a DJI. So, no, it's some nice dark colors, I think. Yeah, dark colors. But I don't think, can I? Let's go into here and go, boom. Yeah, I can. I can almost come back to 0. Let's just keep it there. So I bumped it up a little bit. Let's go out and see how far we get. Now remember, on the other one, we got almost to the island. Like 700 meters or so. So let's see if we can get, and it's a beautiful lake. It really is a beautiful looking lake. It really amazes me that this is so close. I've never really been to the lake. I can't get to it. It's basically private property all the way around. So I'm just sitting in here and we're looking out the back, and all I got is solid trees. There's no open spaces to ricochet this stuff off or nothing. And we've got 13 satellites. Yep, 13 satellites. Oh, and Hubsan did come out with a whole bunch of refined versions, and the big difference with that is the controller. There's no screen monitor on the controller, whereas the regular versions do have a screen. It tells you telemetry and stuff. So we're out 640, 650. Oh, I see some choppiness here. It's going to be the exact same as the Hubsan Zino Mini SE, just around that 700 meter mark. Yeah, just around that same, give or take 50 meters or so. In-flight GPS maybe, but we don't know what's going on. Oh, we got to 760, look at that. Oh, we're going further, maybe. All I'm doing is this, let's see what happens. Nope, it's disconnected. Well, then it should be returning home pretty darn soon. Nothing. My stick is still forward, so I don't know, it's disconnected. No idea. There it comes back. Automatic return to home. There you go. It said automatic return to home. I got a beep here. And I can see by the map down below that it is facing me. There we go. 66%. Ah, there you go. See the white dot where the red circle, pardon me, the white circle where the red circle used to be? Yep, that means I'm still taking a video, but I don't know why it's a white dot. It should be a red square. There we go. But the color is pretty good, and notice that the horizon is off again. So we go. Keep going the other way. See? So you can fix it, but it's not a permanent fix. So I don't know what that is. Anyway, so the Hubsan Mini, a great idea. Put a 1.1 over 1.3 camera on an SE. Great idea. And I have tried to put that camera on the SE because I have that camera, but mine's basically epoxy to the main board, so I couldn't do it. So it's coming down now. So we're going to let it come down to about 45 or so. There we go. Let's go see where it is. Okay, let's turn this around. Okay, and we're going to find out where it is. I hear it. So it's right above us. Okay, so it is right above us. Whoa, look at the sun. Let's come down and see where it is. Just bringing it straight down. Will it miss the trees? We're just straight down. Yep, it'll miss the trees. And I'll show you how far off this one is. There we go. So it's off by 4 feet, thereabouts. Okay, 4 or 5 feet, 1.5 meters maybe at the most. Anyway, that's it. Let's bring it back here. Turn it around. There we go. Now, did everything sync up? Did all the timing sync up and did all the audio sync up? We're going to find out, okay? So, what do you think? There we go. Let's bring that forward a bit. Very smooth handling. The Hubsans are very smooth handling now, okay? Did you see that? Yeah, gotta be careful. Being low to the ground, gotta be careful. Bring it up a little bit. Still got lots. Let's go that way. There we go. Okay. Still got lots. Up a bit. Not quite as good, as solid as the Hubsan Zino Mini SE, but pretty good. Really solid right there. Okay, got to be that 2 meters off the ground. But the Fimi X8 Mini, let's come forward. See how slowly I can come forward? No problem, right? Very slowly, very nicely done, right? And go backwards very slowly. Oh, that's me doing that, not them. Up, see? So if I turn it that way, let's go backwards. See how steady it is? This is what the Fimi does on a very slight touch, but even more jerkier than that. But this one, I can go forward, I can go backwards, nice and slow. Okay, forward, turn this way, come forward. Okay. We can do all that kind of stuff. Right. Remember, we're still running a video. Okay. So let's stop that video. There we go. And the sun is really high. It's really hot. I'm sweating to death in this thing. Okay. So let's call that a deal. Okay. The Hubsan Mini. Let's get it down. Our famous, what I like to call famous or infamous, whatever you want to call it, our infamous pizza box catch. No need whatsoever to get your hands dirty or try and get under here and, okay, I'm not going to slip and get my hand caught. It's not going to land in the grass or the sand or the dirt or over water or a cliff or whatever. Pizza box, here we go. Up it goes by itself and down. Boom. Done. Served. There you go. Okay. The Hubsan Mini. The one with the black arms. It's pretty good. The video is pretty good. Again, Hubsan has some really good hardware. They just gotta learn how to program it. The video, the gimbal needs tweaking. That horizon tilt should not be an issue in 2023, but it is, okay? It's an oddball. It's got some great features, but it's not up to the prime time presentation of the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. Has a little bit better camera, but the Hubsan Zino Mini SE outshines this by a mile, okay? Till next time, take care, get out there, get some fresh air. It's blisteringly hot right now, so I'm gonna have a look at the video on this and go from there, okay? What's the next drone that I should be buying? I don't know. I've always thought of an Autel. Never had an Autel. Maybe an Autel. Wait for them to come out with something, okay? Take care, see you later, bye now.